Okay. Good morning to everyone. Today's class I'm going to discuss about CMOS PVL fabrication process. In last class we discussed that is NMOS fabrication process. So now we are going to be CMOS fabrication process. But there is some similarities between NMOS fabrication process and CMOS fabrication process in PVL. Some of the steps are going to be implemented here also. These are the contents here. I'm going to discuss about basic processes involved in fabricating and CMOS fabrication, CMOS PVL fabrication steps here. Okay, so these are the steps already discussed in the previous class. These are the specifications are needed to be implementation of our CMOS fabrication process in PVL. Surface preparation, masking, photolithography, oxidation, diffusion, and etching, polygate formation, metallization. So here, CMOS fabrication. So there are number of approaches to CMOS fabrication, such as including P-well, N-well, twin tub, and silicon on insulator process. So CMOS is nothing but it is a combination of PMOS and NMOS devices to operate the whatever we need the functions. Those functions are implemented by using CMOS logic here. So we need to implement the CMOS circuit. We need to some devices. Those are nothing but NMOS and PMOS. Nothing but it is a combination of PMOS and NMOS. Nothing but CMOS, complementary metal oxide. So if PMOS is going to be on condition, at the same case, NMOS is going to be off condition. Suppose NMOS is going to be on condition, at the same case, PMOS is going to be off case. But that means it is called as complementary metal oxide semiconductor device. Now we are going to be discuss about how it is going to be constructed. All those things we have to discuss by using fabricating process. So these are the steps. These are the basic concepts in this CMOS fabrication process: P-well, N-well, twin tub, and silicon on insulator process. But here in this class, I am going to discuss about P-well, right? So in order to introduce the reader to CMOS design, we will be concerned mainly well-based circuits. So when we want to discuss CMOS fabrication part in CMOS fabrication processing, then here it is going to be discussed well-based circuits. So the P-well process is widely used in practice, and the N-well process is also popular, particularly as it is an easy retrofit to existing NMOS lines. So we will also discuss it briefly. So that's why I'm saying here some of the NMOS fabrication processing methods and concepts here we are going to be implemented for the implementation of CMOS fabrication process. How they are going to be utilization here. Okay, these are the first CMOS fabrication process in PVL. A brief overview of the fabrication steps may be obtained with reference to the basic processing steps are of the same nature as those used for NMOS, right? So here, let us see here. In primitive terms, the structure consists of N-type substrate in which P-type device, right? As you know, if the P-type substrate is there, means it is need to be it means to develop the NMOS device. Suppose the substrate is N-type, so means it need to be developed in PMOS, right? So here the structure consists of N-type substrate in which P-type device may be formed by suitable masking and diffusion. So in order to accommodate N-type device, a deep P-well is diffused into the N-type substrate. Okay. Firstly, we need to take n-type substrate here. That is a crystal of silicon, single crystal of silicon vapor taken from crystal of silicon vapor. Now we can add some n impurities to the particular material. Then it is called as silicon n-type silicon substrate. So means if the substrate is n-type, so means it is to be implemented for PMOS. Okay, and then one more concept here, it is the substrate is n-type here, then the P well is dipped into this particular n-type substrate, right? And the CMOS fabrication process. Here, the processing is carried out on a thin vapor cut from a single crystal of silicon substrate. Okay, so this is a substrate here. It is a pure Si, nothing but silicon single crystal. I want to take here to form the CMOS fabrication in P well, right? And now with a high purity into which the required P impurities are, sorry, actually here it is N impurities. With a high purity into which the required N impurities are introduced as a crystal is gone here. So now it is going to be improve the concentration of N-type substrate. So this is the N-type silicon substrate with the high purity of N-type material. And second case, a layer of silicon dioxide, that is SiO2, is typically one micrometer thick, is grown all over the surface of the vapor to protect the surface for the formation of P well, right? So this is the thick silicon dioxide, 1 micrometer thickness is grown over the surface for the formation of P well. Next case. The surface is now covered with the photoresist, which is deposited onto the vapor and to achieve an even distribution of the required thickness. If any up and downs are available or occur above this silicon dioxide, thick silicon dioxide layer, then that will be covered, that will be overcome by using photoresist layer. When we want to cover the entire surface with photoresist layer, then it will be making a proper way. So means for the required thickness, we need to cover the entire surface with the photoresist layer, right? So this is the photoresist layer, right? To cover the entire surface over the silicon dioxide surface. And next case here, the photoresist layer is then exposed to ultraviolet light. The photoresist layer is then exposed to ultraviolet light through a mask which define the region into which P well diffusion. It takes place together to form the N channel transistor. Why we need to place this P well diffusion means to form the N channel. But here initially, here I want to take N-type substrate means it means to form the P-type transistors here. So in that P-type transistor, in that N-type substrate here, we need to diffuse the P-well substrate here to form the N channel. Why? Because we need to implement both devices NMOS and PMOS at a time in a CMOS circuit diagram or CMOS device. Right? Next. The area exposed to ultraviolet radiation are polymerized. That is nothing but hardened. But the areas are required to diffusion are shielded by the mask. Where we need to dip or diffusion or implantation, that P well, that area is need to be masked. Okay. So here like this. So here we need to be dip the P well diffusion into the N-type substrate. So in this area, we need to be diffuse or implant. So there are two types of methods to be inject the type of impurities into the parent substrate. That is nothing but one is implantation process, another one is diffusion process. The diffusion process is going to be using gas methods. The diffusion, the materials are the diffusion or concentration materials are diffused into the substrate by using gas processing technique. And another case is implantation process. Implantation process means to implant the over the surface of this layer, then those charge carriers are injected into the particular area, right? Those are the two methods: implantation process and diffusion process. Okay, so where we need to be diffuse the PVL diffusion area, that area is shielded by the mask, and then expose the ultraviolet rays. So here, where we need to be diffuse the diffusion impurities into the N substrate. That area is a soft shielded here. So means those rays are does not inject into this particular area. Means this area nothing but it is soft, and remaining area is going to be hardened. This area is nothing but hardened because of it was affected by the ultraviolet rays by using mask 1, right? Now, in the second case, we need to be remove the photoresist layer and silicon dioxide layer where it was not affected. Those areas are removed, and also the remaining areas also need to be removed for the implementation. So here, the exposed area is subsequently and radially itched away together. Itching means it is removed away together with the underlying silicon dioxide. Okay, so this area we need to be this area to diffuse the n-type P-well diffusion impurities into the n-type substrate. That area is removed away together. Okay, so that the vapor surface is exposed in the window form like this area. Defined by the mask, the P-well, that is P impurities, is adding by diffusion process or implantation. So next, the remaining photoresist layer. The remaining photoresist layer is removed with basic or acidic solutions. By using this basic or acidic solution, the hardened area, this is the, actually it is very hardened because of when the ultraviolet rays are exposed over the photoresist layer, it is very hardened. So very hardened means if you dip any diffusion impurities or implant any impurities into the surface of this area, there does not passes through this layer. Only where we need to be diffused, where we need to be implant in that particular area, that will be removed, and that case those impurities are injected into this case like this. Okay, after that it is removed by using basic or acidic solution. The entire photoresist layer is removed by using this one, and remaining thick silicon dioxide is also removed for the implementation by using hydrofluoric acids. So this is the formation. Next formation here. After diffusion or implantation process, the P-well is diffused or implanted in this N-type substrate. Okay. Further photoresist coating and masking allows, which defines the region for P channel. So let us see here. So this is the previous diagram here. Further we can cover the entire surface with the photoresist layer and masking allows, which defines the P channel. Right? So here it is the N-type substrate. It is the parent substrate, and this one is the child substrate. So here N-type substrate means we need to be implement P channel. We need to implement P channel. So here P-well nothing but it is also act as substrate, that is nothing but P-type. So here the substrate is P-type means we need to be implement N-type, right? We need to be implement N-type in this area. So before going to be implemented N-type, first we want to for the formation of P channel, we need to be remove this particular area. So for that, for further photoresist coating and masking allows, which defines the region for P channel. Right? The diffusion takes place together in exposed areas with UV light to form the source and drain regions of N substrate. N substrate means the source and drain regions are nothing but those are belongs to the PMOS, P channel. Okay, ultraviolet rays. Next, the exposed areas is subsequently removed away together with the underlying silicon dioxide so that the vapor surface exposed in the window defined by the mask, which defines the formation of PMOS area. Right? This is the formation. So here in previous case, here we can seal it here, and then again expose the ultraviolet rays over the surface. The shielded area is unaffected, the remaining area is going to be unaffected. So means the remaining area is hardened and this area is softened. So we need to be removed. We need to be etched away together the particular region of this part because of we need to be define or diffuse the p-type impurities in n substrate, n type of substrate. So the remaining photoresist means this area, this layer. The remaining photoresistor and the silicon dioxide layer are removed by using this basic or acidic solutions or hydrofluoric acids. For that, getting this after removing this photoresist layer, this is the formation of CMOS fabrication processing in photoresist strip diagram here, right? And next case, to form the gate terminal of N channel and P channel, a thick oxide is needed, that is 1 micrometer grown and the polysilicon layer is deposited over the entire surface. Right? We need to be make gate terminal for N channel and P channel. Then the entire surface is covered with the polysilicon layer over the thick oxide, that is 1 micrometer thick oxide grown on surface. Over that we need to be cover the entire surface with the polysilicon layer. Okay. So this is the polysilicon layer here. Polysilicon layer, thick oxide layer, and then polysilicon layer. Okay. Again photoresist layer is then exposed to ultraviolet light through a mask to form the diffusion region for PMOS and NMOS. The unexposed areas are etched away together. Let us see here. So we need to be form the gate terminal of P channel and N channel. So for that, this area is the remaining areas are going to be shielded, where we need to make the connections, that is nothing but gate terminal for P channel, that is in N type substrate, and N channel in P well substrate. So that particular area is going to be not shielded here and the remaining area is shielded. Means the remaining areas is softened and this particular area is going to be hardened here, hard, right? So this is the formation of next case. After completion of this process, this is the formation of the diagram here, right? And this photoresist layer is removed by using basic or acidic acids. By using those chemicals, it is easy to remove away together above the surface. And next case, the p-type impurities are diffused into the substrate for the formation of source and drain regions. So where we need to be diffuse or implant the p-type of P plus or P plus impurities are diffused into this N-type substrate, that particular area is unshielded and the remaining area is going to be shielded here. But basically in some cases it is giving, that is P plus negative like this, P plus negative mask. Some cases there was indication here, it is the mask is nothing but P plus negative mask. Okay, instead of mask over here. So we need to be diffuse the or implant the p-type of impurities into this entire substrate. So that particular area is unshielded and remaining area is going to be shielded, and then implantation process is going to be develop the P plus regions into the N substrate, right? This like this, right? So here the P plus regions are formed, the source and drain regions are formed. Next case. Similarly, to form the NMOS transistor in P-well substrate. So here it is the N-type substrate, this is the parent substrate, and this is the child substrate. In P-type substrate here, nothing but it is a P-well, nothing but it is a P substrate. So if it is P substrate, means we need to be implement N channel. So similarly for the NMOS transistor in P-well substrate, and also the formation of source and drain regions in P-well substrate, expose UV light through a suitable masking. Okay, so this is the This is the UV light here, UV light, UV light. So where we need to be diffuse or implant the N-type diffusion impurities, that area is shielded here. The remaining area is not shielded. So the remaining area is going to be hardened and this area is going to be softened. So means, so we need to be remove this part of area and this part of area. Because of we need to be implant or diffuse the N plus diffusion impurities into this P well for the formation of N transistor and N channel. The remaining photoresist layer is removed and with the suitable mask, the N-mask source and drain regions are formed by N-type impurities in the specified rules. Okay, so here through this process, let us see here the mask is going to be implanted over this. The mask is given here by this mask. The remaining photoresist layer is removed, and with the suitable mask, the N-mask source and drain regions are formed by diffusion of N-type impurities in the specified area. Okay, so in this case, in this area, we need to be diffuse or implant the diffusion impurities into this P-well substrate. Then the N-channel transistor is going to be formed like this. So this is the N plus diffusion impurities are diffused into the P substrate. Then the P channel is going to be ready to formation. Right? Next case. Again, the thick oxide and photoresist layers are deposited for the formation of contact cuts. So where we need to be make the connections, that is nothing but contact cut. At that area is covered with the mask and expose the UV light and etched away together. So means again thick oxide layer and photoresist layer is the photoresist layer is needed for the required thickness, and then ultraviolet and then masking and then UV rays are exposed through the mask over the surface of this vapor. Okay, so where we need to be make the connections. So in this case is source, and this case is gate, and this case is drain for P channel, and at this case is drain and source and gate. Okay, here it is the N-type substrate, parent substrate, right? Parent substrate. So we need to make the connections here by using metallization. So at that particular area is going to be shielded, remainings are unaffected. So where we need to be make the connection, that area is shielded, that softened area is to be need to be removed. Right? So the exposed area is removed, and also the remaining photoresist layer is removed for metallization to form contact cuts. Right? So here we make the connections. And the remaining photoresist layer is removed by using basic or acids. Right? So this is the formation after removing the photoresist layer. Next case. To cover the entire surface with the metal layer and again deposit the photoresist layer and expose the suitable masking for metal contact. Right? So again photoresist layer. Before that, cover the entire surface with a metal layer. That is nothing but aluminum layer. Aluminum. And over that, you cover the entire surface with the photoresist. Where we need to make the connections at the particular edge unshielded, and the remaining area is going to be shielded, and then UV rays are going to be UV light is exposed through this suitable mask. Okay, this is the N-type substrate. This is the P-type substrate. Okay, after that we need to be remove the remaining areas. Let us see here the remaining photoresist layer is removed, and the contact cuts are now defined, such as VDD, VSS, V in, and V out. Right? So this is the formation here. This is the final diagram here. It is. Okay. The remaining photoresist is removed, and same thing. The remaining photoresist and the silicon dioxide is going to be removed. Finally, we are getting this. This is the CMOS P-well circuit diagram. So here, this is the source, and this is the VDD connection and ground connection, V input and V output. The common gate terminals are taken as a V input, and the common drain terminals are taken as a V output. And other source terminals are, one is going to be VDD, other one is going to be VSS. Right? This is the complete procedure and basic steps for the implementation of CMOS fabrication process in PWEL. Okay, and the complete summary of this CMOS fabrication processing technique is, so in all other respects, making, patterning and diffusing, the process is similar to the NMOS fabrication process, right? In typical processing steps, or first one, the mask is defines the areas in which the deep P-value diffusions are take place. In mask 2 is defines the Thin-ox regions, namely those areas where the thick oxide is to be stripped and thin oxide grown to the accommodate P and N transistors and wires. Okay, and then polysilicon, and then P plus define the areas for P diffusions, and then mask 5. This is usually performed using the negative plus mask, and next one is negative form for the P plus mask, and define those areas where N type diffusion impurities are to take place. Next one is mask 6 is contact cuts are now defined, and seventh one is the metal layer is pattern defined by the mask. The overall next one is the overall passivation, that is over glass for the smoothness. After completion of the fabrication process, after it is completion of the manufacturing process or fabrication process, it is going to be over glasses for the smoothness. The layer is now applied, and mask 8 is needed to be defined the opening for access to the bonding pads.